how to get rid of brain fog now, and what causes brain cloud and a foggy head. How to clear brain fog. Do your days sometimes feel like a haze, where you just can't seem to think straight? Maybe you frequently feel disoriented, absent-minded, or forgetful. For example, you find it hard to process new information at work, and you lose track of details. Or maybe you often misplace your keys, or forget where you parked the car, or the reason you went to the grocery store. The day seems to drag on, and you just can't seem to find your footing. If any of these sound familiar, perhaps you suffer from brain fog. In this video, I'll show you ways to combat this condition so you can have greater focus, improved concentration, and overall better mental clarity. In this video, we'll talk about brain fog and the steps to take to get rid of it. I'll teach you how you can regain focus and concentration in your day-to-day life. Brain fog is a horrible state to be in. When we have brain fog, nothing seems to work out. You just can't think clearly and days seem to float away into nothingness. This is not a state you want to be in. Brain fog will kill your productivity and your chances of a successful life. So it's extremely important that you take this condition seriously and do everything in your power to fix it. One of the reasons is that there's probably an underlying cause that could be cause for concern. I will discuss possible sources of your brain fog and then share with you 5 things you can do to get rid of it. So make sure you watch the whole video so you can be on your way to living a more productive and happy life with a clearer mind. Number 1, identify the source of your brain fog. Before we can clear your brain fog, we need to identify the source of it. Or maybe there are multiple sources. Now, brain fog is a sign that something isn't right with your head, that your brain health isn't optimal. There are a couple of reasons this might be. It could be because of inflammation. It could be because of stress, or it could be because of poor mitochondrial health. And the list actually doesn't end here. But the important thing here is that whatever the culprit, it's damaging your mitochondria. So treat your brain fog. We need to treat your mitochondrial health first to treat your brain fog. But before we do that, first identify what your main source or sources of brain fog are. And to help you, we need to identify when your brain fog typically occurs. So think about these questions for a moment. When is your brain fog the worst? In the mornings, at night, after a long day at work, or after you eat, perhaps? After you identify when your brain fog is at its worst, then think about when you have little to no brain fog at all. Mornings maybe, or weekends perhaps. Next, look at the factors surrounding when you experience brain fog and when you don't. Did you eat any differently, for instance? Maybe you ate less, maybe you ate more. Think about it closely. Look at all the possible causes and correlations. This can be a difficult process, I know, but it's an essential one. If you skip it, you'll most likely just end up masking the symptoms without curing at the cause. That would be a recipe for failure and future health problems. Like I mentioned before, your brain fog usually is an indication of a more serious problem that's beneath it. So we need to fix the actual problem and get rid of your brain fog that way. Now let's discuss some of the most common factors that could be causing your brain fog. We'll focus on 4 of them. Number 2, common causes of brain fog. The first cause is sleep. As you all know, sleep is a major factor in your cognitive performance and well-being. But there is one thing we need to remember when it comes to sleep, which is that quality matters more than quantity. While it is important to get enough sleep, it is just as important, if not more so important, to get truly restful, quality sleep. So even though you may be clocking in your 8 hours of sleep per night, that might not be enough, especially if you're frequently tossing and turning at night. Now, when trying to determine whether sleep is a problem, most of us would start by looking at how tired we are. But this doesn't work. The reason is that when our sleep quality is poor, one of the areas of the brain that's most affected is the area that evaluates our state of mind. So even if you frequently get poor quality sleep, you're unlikely to think that you're necessarily more tired. More likely, you'll just suffer from brain fog and clumsily go through your day out of focus. So instead of gauging your tiredness, you should look at your sleep consistency. Are you consistent with the times you sleep at night and wake up in the morning? And would it be easy for you to oversleep if you didn't have an alarm to wake you up? If without the alarm you ended up oversleeping by just, let's say, 10 minutes, that wouldn't be a problem. However, if you ended up snoozing for an hour or more, then you're probably chronically sleep deprived, which is a big problem and one you need to fix ASAP. The second cause is stress. Another common cause of brain fog is stress. A little stress is okay and can even be beneficial, but if you're constantly or overly stressed, then you will not be able to think and act clearly. You need to evaluate whether stress is making your brain fog worse. The next time you have an especially stressful morning or day at work, evaluate how much more severe your brain fog might be compared to when you're not so stressed. If you find that your brain fog is worse during stressful days, then stress is likely to be a big problem for you and you should address it. The third cause is nutrition. The third cause of brain fog we'll talk about is nutrition. If you eat crap, you'll feel like crap. Bad nutrition can cause chronic inflammation and it can build up toxins in your body. They will all fog your brain and make it impossible for you to think clearly. Now, the best way to identify whether nutrition is a problem for you is by looking at your brain fog levels around meals. If your brain fog gets worse after meals, then it is likely to be due to what you ate. The fourth and final cause of brain fog I want you to look at is your environment. Does your brain fog change depending on your surroundings? Is it worse or better at work? How about at home? Another thing you should consider is your screen time. If you're constantly staring at a computer or TV screen, that might contribute to your brain fog. And finally, you should also consider whether being outdoors in nature can help you clear your brain fog. Go for a walk in natural sunlight, for instance. Does that help you? In summary, sleep, stress, nutrition, and environment are the most common sources of brain fog. But please note that they do not work in isolation. For example, if you're stressed out, you'll most likely have poor quality sleep. If you're in a harmful environment, you'll more likely crave junk foods. So as you can see, all these factors interrelate and influence one another. If you suffer from one, you probably suffer from another. Still, it's important to evaluate them all so you can identify which ones affect you the most. Number 3, high impact causes of brain fog. Now that I've gone over some of the more common and basic causes of brain fog, I want to discuss 2 extremely high impact causes of brain fog. These are things that will cause your brain fog just on their own, without any other factors, and they need to be eliminated from your life immediately because they can also have severe impacts on your health. The first of these high impact factors is mold. If you think there is even the slightest chance of mold in your house, then get your house tested. And if mold exists, get rid of it right away. This is critical. Second, look at possible food allergies. Get a full blood allergy panel because even the mildest of food allergies can cause brain fog. Number 4, the 5 best treatments of brain fog. Okay, so now we've covered the most common sources of brain fog. You need to identify the ones most applicable to you to most effectively clear your brain fog. If you want to completely get rid of the brain fog, you will need to treat the cause. But I'm also going to provide you with 5 things you can do to treat the symptoms of your brain fog. And these are the things you can do right now. The first one is exercise. So the first thing you can do to start clearing up that brain fog is exercise. There are a number of ways that exercise helps clear brain fog. First, exercise will help you better handle stress. Second, it will also improve your brain's executive functioning. This means that you'll have better decision-making ability and greater control over your mental state and emotions. But probably the biggest benefit that exercise provides in terms of clearing brain fog is increasing your levels of a protein called BDNF. BDNF not only supports the health of your existing brain cells, but also helps you generate new ones. So get out there and exercise. Turmeric. The second thing you can do right now to clear that brain fog is to have some turmeric. Turmeric will help you clear up any inflammation you might have. There's one challenge with turmeric, though, which is that its active anti-inflammatory agent, curcumin, isn't very well absorbed in the body. For that reason, you should take your turmeric with a compound called piperine. Piperine is found in high amounts in black pepper. So incorporate a mix of turmeric and black pepper into your day, and that might have profound effects on your brain fog. Try it out, you won't be disappointed. Caffeine plus L-theanine. The third thing you can do is have some caffeine plus L-theanine. This is a well-known and safe nootropic combination that will help you clear your brain fog in the short term. This does not address any of the causes of brain fog though, but if you really need a clear mind for a couple of hours, this combo can help. Chaga. The last supplement I'll recommend here is chaga. Chaga is a medical mushroom that helps a lot of people achieve a clear state of mind. Now, chaga does not seem to work for everyone, unfortunately, but for many people, including myself, it is quite effective. Meditation. The last and maybe most effective technique to help you clear your brain fog is actually meditation. Meditation has a laundry list of benefits. Many of you might disregard meditation as some spiritual bullshit, but this is not the case. Meditation has been scientifically proven to affect our biology in a number of positive ways and to help us live happier and clearer lives. If you aren't meditating already, make sure to start. Even just 10 minutes a day can have profound effects. You might not feel the effects of meditation right away, but they actually accumulate. Stick with it and you will start to feel the benefits. The type of meditation I recommend is mindfulness meditation. You can find many guided meditations here on YouTube to help you. They're a great place to start. There's also a wonderful app I'd recommend called Headspace. Give it a shot. Well folks, we discussed a lot in this video. If you've enjoyed these tips to get your brain into greater focus, I'd like to invite you to check out my Ultimate Energy Crash Course. It's a useful guide to help you optimize not only your physical health, but also your mental health as well. Enjoy more energy and greater clarity, and ultimately improve the quality of your life. Just go to activatedbody.com to download a free copy. You can also click on the link in the description below this video. Again, this is completely free. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. You're on your way to better brain health. You'll have greater mental clarity to be more focused, more attentive, and definitely more productive in your day. If you like this video, kindly hit subscribe and leave a comment below. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm always happy to provide a personal response. And of course, please watch out for more videos down the line. I'm excited to share other ways you can activate your potential. So, from me and my team here at Activated Potential, thank you, and see you again soon.